I got pulled over the other day, and I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but basically I was driving with my homies in the back. So this cop pulls me over, right? And I had 4 people in the back of my car when I was only allowed to have 3, you know? So he gives me 3 tickets, 1 for each person not wearing their seatbelt. My homies in the beginning, they had their seatbelt on, but they had to take it off because they got uncomfortable. So they didn't have it on, you know? I think one of them had it on in the back, and that's why I only got 3 tickets. So shout out to that guy, he's my GOAT. Now look, I could have been more responsible. There's people out there robbing stores, murdering each other, doing like actual illegal activities. But this cop just decided to ruin my day. No, it's all good, bro. It's all good. Don't even worry. It's all good, bro. You know, when he came up to my window, I was like, I gave him a smile. I'm trying to be extra nice. Hopefully he just lets me off with a warning, right? And you know, he comes up and I'm like, how are you today, sir? And he just looks at me. He's like, good. License and registration. I was like, so, you know, I start scavenging through my stuff. I get my insurance on. I get my driver's license out. I give him everything with a smile on my face. Trying to be nice. Make sure, hopefully he still gives me like a little, you know, a little pass or something. He looks me dead in the eyes, right? Dead in the eyes. And he's like, what you laughing at? Shit ain't funny. This got me pondering, got me thinking. If this cop had that much time on his hands to just sit there and wait for someone to come by and do something stupid or do something illegal to send them to jail, happened to be me that day, then some of y'all definitely got way too much time on your hands. You ever just sit there and ask yourself, what the hell am I doing? Like you should be doing something productive or doing something at all. Some of y'all just sit at home and doom scroll or talk to your only friend, ChatGPT, you damn clanker. You're probably a loser who sits at home all day. No, I'm joking, sorry.
I just finished this anime called Orb on the Movements of the Earth, and like I know it's anime. I know maybe some of y'all think it's childish or whatever, but just bear with me for a second, all right? I like to try to pull perspective from everything I watch, anything I listen to, any type of media I take in, and I think you should try that too. You know what I mean? I think you should try to pull from everything, knowledge from everything. First couple episodes were solid. They were cool, like first 3, 4 maybe, and then it got a little shaky. It was pretty ass, and then they hit like a really good peak. Like it got really good. And then, you know what I'm saying, it got shaky again, those kind of shit. Overall, it's mid, whatever. I don't really fuck with it. I know a lot of people glaze it a lot. They like saying it's like insane. I think it's just mid, it's whatever. But there was like an interesting concept that they brought up. So without spoilers, the show is about like the path to knowledge, I guess. I don't really know how else to explain it. There's like a beef between science and religion. It takes place like way back in the day or whatever the hell. But early on, we get introduced to this character who like mentions that this thing that we call life should be beautiful. You know what I mean? And later on, it gets brought up again by this other character who starts off as a complete like bitch. I'ma just be, he's just a fucking, like, he's a baby, bro. He starts off like very just, like, he's just a bitch. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, he's a loser, I'm gonna be honest. Like, his whole thing is just like he wants to just die and go to heaven. I don't know. He's a little, you know, a little weird. Later on, he kind of finds purpose and starts showing like effort. And then he realizes like, okay, this life ain't so bad. You know what I mean? You gotta just try. You gotta appreciate it. You gotta put the effort in and you'll get something out of it.
The reason why I'm bringing up all these different points like the TV show and me getting pulled over is because in times where you feel like you need to be productive, maybe you're not doing anything, you feel like maybe none of this is worth it because you're just gonna die anyways, I want you to remember, have some mindfulness, all right? Maybe take a step outside, you know, appreciate it and see what's really out there. This lighting is whack, but hey, here we are. Can you even see me? Can y'all even see? Look, now I'm not an old head by any means. At least I like to think I'm not. But I completely understand when they be saying things like, oh, I miss the good old days, you know, because back then they couldn't just scroll and look for potential partners. They had to go to the grocery store and actually spit game to a girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was different. And after all that effort they put in, that's it. They can't just FaceTime her. They couldn't just hop on Discord with their friends and you know, play the game or whatever. It was different back then, you know? So I think they just had a better appreciation for the people they had around them and the time they had with them. When I was a young whippersnapper, I would be outside all day with my homies. We would go to the park. I would walk to the mall with them just for fun. I would walk to school just for fun. These were all opportunities to socialize the right way. Human to human, face to face. Biggest reason why I'm even saying any of this is because I went through a time of being online too much, you know, doom scrolling, all that. I'm a lot happier when I'm outside, maybe kicking a ball around, going for a walk, or even just like this, recording in the middle of butt fuck nowhere. Look at me. I'm not trying to call anybody out. I'm not trying to make y'all feel guilty. I'm also not trying to regurgitate any of that short-term dopamine garbage or whatever you guys have heard already before. It's not garbage, but you know what I mean. I just hope for this to be a reminder. You know, go outside, find a park, find a bench, Make sure no kids are around, don't look weird, and just sit and chill for a little bit. You know what I mean? Just chill. Promise you will help clear your head a lot more than you think.
Some of y'all are probably wondering, why would I trust this random ass guy on the internet? You don't know what the hell he's talking about. Hold on now, okay? I make YouTube videos, you know, I'm online all the time. I also grew up in this new generation, but I got a lot of connections, you know, who are older. You know, I got a lot of older brothers, a lot of older relatives. So I kind of understand both sides of the spectrum, at least I would say. At the same time, we're all still learning. I'm not even Mr. Perfect myself. I'm actually trying this experiment. I'm switching to a flip phone for a bit just to see if it can help with maybe some of the social media stuff, because I'm always on it. If I'm making videos, I gotta be on the internet looking for ideas. I gotta be on the internet looking for inspiration. I gotta be on the internet all the time. Main reason why I'm doing it though is to hopefully just get me off my phone most of the time. You know, the best memories I've had in my life were from me just living in the moment, being there. What's that thing that Uguay said? Something about they call it the present because it's a gift. Man, that motherfucker was cooking, bro. I'm telling you. Just put the phone away, bro. Just put the fries in the bag, dog. Step outside, go touch some grass. Appreciate the grass. Touch the grass maybe again. That sounded crazy. Call it a day, bro. There it is.